What are the 5 must-have things that every digital product sales page needs? Well, we've made over $1.7 million with our business coaching program, and I'm going to break down 4 of our previous sales pages. What did we do well that you should copy? What mistakes did we make that you should avoid? There is not a perfect sales page formula I can give you, but there are 5 things that you should definitely do that will help generate solid revenue. 2 quick things before we get into me reacting to our previous sales pages. Number 1, great sales pages require experimentation. The copy, the visuals, the price, everything requires trial and error. Number 2, benefits over features. No one cares that you are selling a 12-lesson course. They want to know that by purchasing your course, you will save them time, effort, and stress. Now, a quick bit of background of what we've been selling over the years with Wandering Aimfully. In 2018, when our business first started, we were selling a $100 per month membership. It was just sold ongoing, and it was access to courses, a dashboard, and our Slack community. In 2019, we made a pivot to a lifetime model, selling Wandering Aimfully as a $2,000 program, and it was basically all the same stuff, but we highlighted a build without burnout course. In 2020, things got a little bit complicated. We introduced a 6-month coaching program sold at $100 a month for 6 months. And then we also had WAIM Unlimited, which was basically the membership product, and you could buy one or the other. In 2021, we streamlined everything. It was just WAIM Unlimited as the product, sold for $2,000 as a lifetime thing, and then we anchored it with our monthly coaching organized through a step-by-step, unboring business roadmap. Which leads us to here in 2024, when we're actually making our next iteration of the sales page, which we hope you will learn a ton from in a future video as we break that down. But for now, let's get into reacting to our previous sales pages.
Right on. Look, I'm very confused. See, I'm very confused because I'm staring at myself. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Our first sales page back in 2018, this was when Wandering Aimfully was selling a $100 per month membership. Welcome to 2018, the first iteration of our sales page. So we were selling a membership, and right here at the top, we'd like to talk about this often. It is your 2-word tango. So what is the thing that you're selling? In our case, it was a membership, but it could be an online course. It could be an ebook. It could be digital downloads. The 2-word tango is the thing that someone can easily see and recognize because they probably don't know what Wandering Aimfully is, but if they see membership in their mind, they know how to categorize that, which is great. Then we have this big image of what our dashboard looks like. So someone's already seeing a little bit inside the product, which you think is very helpful. So great job, previous us. And then here, just doing a little bit of identifying who we're for, so independent creatives, and then the outcome that we're trying to get for them, which is they can earn more so they can live more. So good job on the general benefit here. Just a little bit of talking to them as a human being. And then as you scroll down, really getting into some of the problem solutions. So you want to earn a sustainable income. One mistake that I would just call out here is like, it doesn't really mean anything as you read this copy. What we should have done is highlighted this. So this paragraph, really some good outcomes here. You want to set your own schedule. You want to worry less about money. This is the stuff that we should have highlighted and done a better job of highlighting. But, all things considered, at least it's still on the page, which is really nice. As we scroll down a little bit further, you get to our countdown timer and our big buy button. Now, because this is sticky, we wanted it to feel nice for someone to be able to hide it so they wouldn't have to see it at all times. Then getting here, this is definitely a mistake. We made more with the product, less with the sales page, but launching this every single month, we would open up spots. This became so cumbersome to manage, so we definitely wouldn't do that, but it was an experiment and we learned from it. I do like this 1, 2, 3, 4 section of kind of like what happens after you buy. It's just really showing the customer it's simple. It's not going to overwhelm them, even though getting into the dashboard, there's a lot to see. And then as we move down here, speaking of seeing things, this would have been our big show, don't tell moment. We would have had a big video here, but again, 2018, so the video is long gone, but someone could watch about a 5-minute demo of the dashboard. And as they continue to scroll, this is where they start to see all the stuff, all the things. And this, I think we did a great job looking back on previous us. As you scroll through our courses, instead of just saying, this is a video course, we have a big headline here, you'll learn how to build and sell an online course day by day in 30 days, or you'll become better at writing sales copy that converts and content that compels. I think we did a really good job of, it would have been easy just to say the name of the course here, but we learned that you have to talk about the benefits. So there's a bunch of courses in there. We had software as well, roadmaps, community. So all of those, we really spoke to the benefits and not just the actual thing. I wanted to highlight, we had this little differentiator here. This is one of the must-have tips that I have for you on sales pages, is to have something fun or something that stops the scroll or just makes you stand out. So I think this photography and this copy was really good for that. So then getting beyond our stuff, you get into some trust building here. I mean, we're even saying trust right in the copy. So just letting people know who we are, a little bit of how long we've been in business, and just going over some of that to make someone feel at ease. I'm going to kind of skip this section because it doesn't exist anymore, but I will say we created these little customer avatar roadmaps that I think actually became, in a couple of years later, our unboring business roadmap to a degree. So we were already thinking ahead there. Getting into your normal plan and pricing sections. So we have our $100 a month, $1,000 per year. We used to just make this a highlight of why we don't use 5s, 7s, or 9s in our pricing. We don't really focus on that too much anymore, but we still use whole number pricing because we like to use less psychological tactics. And then this was a fun little calculator that we had created. So you could see if you put in here, oh, I sell a $200 product. I'm going to be inside Wandering Aimfully for 9 months. I'm going to sell 80 of my courses. You would have a profit of $15,000 based on what you would spend with Wandering Aimfully. So just thought that was a fun thing to add. Then getting into social proof, we definitely could have added a lot more social proof. However, this was the first year of our business and we didn't have that many customers. So we kind of used what we had. So a lesson to learn was putting more in, and we definitely did that in future sales pages as we had it. And then that's basically it. So this just kind of wraps it up, and just some final notes here for the person looking at our sales page. Our second sales page in 2019, we shifted to a lifetime pricing model and focused on a core product called Build Without Burnout. Welcome to 1 year later, as we moved our sales page entirely over to Squarespace for some reason, probably just because it was easier to design. And we have shifted from a monthly membership to a lifetime membership, meaning that once you paid our $2,000 price, you were a member forever. So we really highlighted that here at the top. Also, you'll notice at the top, there is a free trial. This was something we definitely wanted to just experiment with over time. And we found that this actually worked really well as a tactic to get people to convert only early on. So it seemed like if someone had already known about us, the 7-day trial was a good thing to kind of get them over the edge. But after a while, it just kind of didn't work, and it wasn't a good converter of maybe cold traffic to people buying our lifetime membership. As we move on, you see that we quickly get into our 2-word tango, as I mentioned in the last sales page, highlighting who we are for so someone could quickly see that, and what they were trying to do with their business. So again, really getting into knowing who we're talking to and the general benefits. That's where we highlighted here. So this is all benefit statements here at the top. I think we did a really good job of this. And if you're building your own sales page, definitely make sure to follow our lead and put those benefits at the top. Also, one thing that we did a great job of, I think, on this sales page was highlighting customer success stories at the very beginning. So they weren't all the way at the bottom at the very end of the sales page like they were in the previous year. So good job, us. I like this section for kind of what we call stopping the scroll. As we all know, everyone's scrolling very quickly, especially if they're on their phone. So we kind of just make that very apparent here. And we just want to be very honest with people. So we're just trying to make sure that people don't see our program as a get-rich-quick scheme. It's something that they're investing in their skills. So we just make that really, really clear here in this section. And then making sure that we're talking, again, to our ideal customer. And I actually think we did a pretty good job here of highlighting who our customers are, the problems that they're facing, the solutions that they want. This is, again, really good stuff that we did previous to us. Great job. All right. And then as we continue to go down, we're talking about digital products being someone's path to more freedom. Kind of funny that we were already doing that in 2019. And I think that was even before digital products were really in the nomenclature as much. So we're bringing that back around to WAIM a lot more now in 2024. But a good job here from us, again, with copy and doing that, and then building some trust with who we are and talking about how we kind of fit in as the people who are going to be behind this program. More social proof here. Again, good job highlighting the benefits that we've created for people, the outcomes that they've seen just being part of our programs, which is really nice. And then getting into more of like the stuff. So what's inside. And at this point, we had transitioned to highlighting this one main program, Build Without Burnout. So it was still all the same things as the previous year, but this was the big focus. And so we had a video kind of walking through the dashboard again and highlighting a preview of that program. So you could then see all the things. We didn't list them out as much on the sales page as we did before. And so this was, again, really focusing on this new product, Build Without Burnout. It was going to be the signature program in our membership. So just one thing to really anchor around. And we actually thought this did a really good job of converting customers because they weren't overwhelmed by all the things. They could just see that was the main thing. And then just walking them through. So this was really walking through what people would be getting when they went through that signature course. So I think we did a good job. Probably could have focused a little bit more on the benefits here, as opposed to, again, just saying like, here's month one of the lesson. Be like, in month one, you would learn X. So we could have done a better job at that because someone's going to see all this and be like, cool, but how does that actually help me? And then as we continue to go down, just some more visuals. We did create a little game board for this program, which was very fun and our members enjoyed. And we continue to go through here. This was, again, showing a highlight of all of the high-level stuff. Probably could have done a better job, less focusing on what these specific things were and actually like a benefit statement underneath each. Probably would have been a little bit better there. And then we always love a this thing is right for you. If this thing is not right for you, we definitely recommend putting this on your sales page. So just think through of the benefits that you're going to offer someone, and then think through all the things in your industry that people maybe try and do that you don't think are good things or that you kind of stand against, and kind of list those here. Then we get back into some social proof stuff. Again, I think we did a good job highlighting more social proof higher up and having case studies, which is good. Could have still probably used more testimonials. And then your pricing section, we were really trying to lead people through the 7-day trial as our thing. So that was the big highlight there. And then an FAQ section. And you'll see this on our future sales pages. We didn't have this on the first one, but we've really kind of had this on every sales page since. I think this does a good job of answering those final questions when someone's on a sales page. Our third sales page in 2020 had 2 offers, our 6-month monthly coaching program, and then our Wandering Aimfully Unlimited program, which included the coaching as well. Alrighty, welcome to our 2020 sales page. This one we actually had to use the web archive for because we didn't keep a copy of it. So if you see broken fonts or other things, they look a little bit weird. It's not our design skills lacking. It's the fact that that just didn't get saved properly. So anyway, this is our coaching program for 6 months, and then also having our WAIM Unlimited offer as kind of 2 separate offers here. But again, really switching over to unboring business coaching, but still having a 2-word tango that someone can notice. Business coaching, very easy. And then these outcomes for someone. Boost your revenue without sacrificing your values. So always just starting with the overall general benefit of the program tied with our 2-word tango, showing us in there so people know who they are going to be buying from. Getting into some sections here about trying to talk to the problem and the solutions that we're offering. So we're always kind of doing that here at the top of the page. I think we could have done a better job with this sales page as opposed to last year's, where we had a case study right at the top with this information. I think that would have been helpful for sure. And then one of the things as we continue to move on with this sales page is that we were trying to keep people continuing to pay us. And so we were finding a lot of fall off with our previous iterations of our sales pages, people canceling their monthly payments. And so really focusing on these transformations, getting people to see the fact that if they stick around in Wandering Aimfully, they're going to learn more stuff. They're going to be able to apply more things to their business. So really trying to hit that home. And then having these 4 kind of core benefits that we wanted to offer people. This is where the fonts start to get a little wonky. But having clarity, joy, connection, motivation. So more than, again, just the stuff that people are going to get, but like your actual outcomes that you're going to feel by being a part of this program. We think these were really important and actually a big catalyst for seeing a big uptick in our sales page. This is really the biggest bump for us in revenue was in 2020, switching over to this sales page. So these 4 core benefits were a big key for that. And then getting into the kind of promises. So we had these slightly in previous sales pages, but they were really hidden. But this was kind of our agreement with our customers. So especially being a coaching program, we wanted people to basically like raise their hand and say, yes, I will do these things. I will show up and do the work. If I fall and I stop showing up to a monthly coaching session, I'm going to bounce back. I'm not just going to, because I missed one, not show up at all. If I need help, I'm going to ask for it. We wanted to be here for people. I will also say this was the first year that we wrote this sales page out copy first before doing any design. And I think you kind of see that. I think we got a lot better at the different copy, things that we wanted to highlight, and then also making sure that the copy really spoke directly to our customer. So good job there. And then this is our classic trust building about us so that we could introduce ourselves. Getting in here, some more benefits here, just a little visuals to reintroduce that. And then the core offer, which was our monthly coaching program. Again, the fonts start to break down, so just ignore that. But really highlighting this is the new thing that we were offering, 2-hour group coaching session every month. And not just saying that it was, group coaching, but it's a tactical topic that will move the needle in your biz. This workbook, it will give you clarity-inducing questions and action items. So not just saying a workbook, but again, always trying to show the benefits of these different parts of the offer. All right, just continuing on to talk about the benefits and the things. We had a highlighted coaching session. I did like this little toggle here where you could see the previous sessions and then the upcoming ones. We've now done over 50 coaching sessions, so it'd be too much to show that now. But when we were in the very beginning of doing coaching, I think that worked really well. Then getting into some social proof. I think this is a really good bit of social proof section, highlighting a lot of these outcomes that we had achieved for our members, and then being able to read full case studies. Getting into the different questions someone might have on what they're going to get. So just kind of breaking it down because there was a lot in here. So the coaching, the workbooks, the Slack community, so just really kind of highlighting those things and then bringing us into it. And then we also had a accountability program, which we have evolved over the years, but this was a big selling point as well for people. And then a bunch more stuff in here as we scroll down. This would have been the buying section, but that obviously has been long since closed. But we did just have the 6-month coaching for $100 per month, or you could do WAM Unlimited, which included the coaching. So kind of just a 2 offer choice there. And then just some more benefit statements here, getting people to see, again, transformation, keeping them knowing that they are going to show up. We're going to show up for them. More testimonials. So at this point now, our business is 2+ years old. We have a bunch more testimonials to share, and we're putting those on the sales page. And then more about us. So I think you see more about us on this sales page than anyone before. I think that was really helpful because, again, we're focusing on the monthly coaching. So you need to know who your coaches are, if they're going to be laughing while drinking coffee, the important things to make that buying decision. And then, of course, the FAQ section here to round out the sales page. And finally, our 4th sales page in 2021. This is when we wrapped everything into WAM Unlimited with our coaching program and our Unboring Business Roadmap as our feature product. All right, that brings us to our 4th sales page. And this is actually, as of recording this, our current sales page. But maybe by the time you watch this video, because only about a month after posting this video will this sales page still exist. But anyway, this is what transformed our business into being the most profitable it had ever been, the most predictable in revenue with our 2 launches per year it had ever been. We moved everything into this Wandering Aimfully Unlimited Unboring Business Coaching Program, which sounds very similar to the previous sales page, but we basically just evolved everything into one product with a lifetime price. And that really seemed to hit the perfect sweet spot for our customers. So we did have a big countdown timer up here that would be on when we were open enrollment. It just stayed at the top. It wasn't sticky or anything. And we get really into the problem solution statements here, having a kind of like an example customer of what they might be thinking or confused about in online business. And this, just like last sales page, we wrote out all this copy before designing the page. And I do think we got really pretty good at figuring out what those problem solution statements were and the benefits that we could offer our audience. So I think that really just honed in nicely. And you saw this in the revenue for every launch that we did. It worked well to convince people that we were the right business coaches for them and could solve the problems that they needed solving. All right, next up, we kind of had these kind of questions here that led into benefits or led into things that people might be thinking throughout the whole sales page. And I mentioned this in a previous one, the stopping the scroll, basically. So this did a really good job, I believe, of breaking up a very long sales page for someone to see like, oh yeah, I do want that thing. I am in the right place. And then moving in, this is where very clearly problem and solution, talking about that, introducing our Unboring Business Coaching. So talking about the 50 past coaching sessions, and then not just talking about it, showing some examples of what happened, but then giving someone a full coaching session embedded right on the sales page that they could watch. We swapped this out a couple different times, but it definitely seemed like people who were very interested, they would watch this coaching session and they would know for certain, yeah, I want to learn from these people every single month. So would highly recommend embedding something that does a really good job of showing, not telling what someone's going to get. And again, just talking more about the coaching itself. This was more about how those sessions were shifting in 2024. They've again shifted since then. Again, stopping the scroll with this section. And then this was really highlighting, we built this Unboring Business Roadmap. So we had a flow chart where you could look at and see where you needed to focus on in your business and then what kind of resource we had that you could go through. Or we kind of did it through a timeline, and it would have been easy just to list out, okay, we have 14 sessions that are around creating your foundation, but instead we focused on the benefits. We focused on the things someone will get from those sessions. So they'll generate endless business ideas. They'll define their business goals and organize their finances. They'll develop an entrepreneurial mindset. These all happen within these sessions, but it's not just about the fact that there are those sessions. This is what you get out of them. So we had that for every step of the roadmap. There were 5 big steps in here. So we walk someone through all of that as they go through the page, getting to a big result statement. Again, stopping the scroll to be like, ooh, what is the result? Okay, every month, every day, I'm going to have a clear idea. Yes, this is great. I want to do this. Again, inside what the program looks like, what the roadmap looks like here. So someone can really not have to make guesswork of what's this going to look like when I get in there? Is it just like some checklist? No, it's like this really well-designed thing. You get workbooks, you get coaching sessions. So I think we did a good job there. Getting into some social proof. So we're getting a bunch more of that shown here. What are the things that someone's thinking? Calling that out very clearly. And then getting into a big pricing section. So we ended up raising our price to $2,800 for WAM Unlimited, the first time we raised the price pretty much in 6 years. And so we really wanted to highlight what you would get from that $100 per month payment, because we sell it through a payment plan. And then continuing on here, showing don't tell for a second time. So we actually had 2 videos embedded on this page. We had that coaching session and then a new WAIM dashboard walkthrough. We redid the WAIM dashboard. So we wanted to show the new features of it, the new look and feel. It was a much more modern dashboard. So that was fun to embed that. And then again, talking through more benefits, more outcomes for the potential customer, getting into, again, stopping the scroll with these big things. And then this was something that we had not done in previous sales pages, as you didn't hear me talk about it. This was really trying to be just more human with our sales page. So just talking to someone about things we care about, things we stand against in our industry. Just, again, trying to be a different voice in this space because the business coaching space can get a bad rap. So we don't want to fall into that camp. And then also really just trying to be more inclusive and just talking to people, again, like the things that how we resonate with people, how we've changed. Like I used to be a hustle pro and now not anymore. Caroline's an HSP. So if someone's an HSP and they're looking at the sales page, they might feel better knowing they're going to learn from someone like that. All these different things just to create trust, to differentiate. And then if you remember the core 4 benefits I talked about in one of the previous sales pages, we brought those back as well because those seem to, again, really resonate. This is the promises that we had in previous sales pages. So there they are again. More social proof. So we had a lot more social proof to share on this sales page than previous ones. And then our buying section, this is closed down now. One final set of images of showing what's going on. One more thing of trust building with us and who we are because we're your coaches. And then a frequently asked questions. And I think the thing we did well here is we added in some fun. So we had this little question about I'm an INFJ. This tended to really resonate with people and they fit really well in our community if they were that result. And then also just some fun things like our classic movie nights. We talked about that in the FAQ. So just adding some fun to a sales page. I think we did a lot more of that. And I think in our next sales page, we're going to end up doing a lot more of that as well. That wraps up these sales page breakdowns. Now let's talk about those 5 must-haves that you should use for your digital product sales page. Number 1, clear benefits for the customers. Don't focus on the features, focus on the benefits of your offer. Number 2, you want to highlight a problem and how your offer is the solution for your customer. This is the transformation you are making for them. Number 3, you want to show social proof from existing customers and you want to tell your story so that you can build trust. Number 4, a show, don't tell section. Give an inside look at your product and show your customer what they will get by buying. And number 5, highlight what makes you different from your competition. This is your personality, your values, or any other fun things you want to add to your sales page. And as a reminder, sales pages are all about experimentation. So just like us, you're probably not going to get it right on your first time, but that's okay because every iteration of your sales page should generate some revenue and give you a ton of lessons you can learn moving forward. Leave a comment below with which of the must-haves you think your sales page needs most right now, and stay tuned for an upcoming video where we break down our brand new sales page and how we put it together.